I quit smoking after 15 years by accidentally locking myself in a mountain cabin during a blizzard. The withdrawal nearly broke me, but what I discovered changed everything. My last cigarette was lit at 10:43 p.m. on a Thursday in December. I remember checking my watch as I stepped onto the porch of my friend's mountain cabin, savoring what I thought would be one of many smokes that weekend. I was 31 years old and had been smoking since I was 16, pair up to 2 packs a day when deadlines hit at my graphic design job. I tried quitting 7 times before patches gave me nightmares. Temid made me nauseous. Cold turkey lasted exactly 27 hours before I cracked. My girlfriend had stopped asking me to quit, and my doctor had started using phrases like "when not if" regarding future health problems. That night, I finished my cigarette, flicked it into the snow, and tried to open the cabin door. It wouldn't budge. The old wooden frame had swollen from the sudden temperature drop, effectively sealing me outside in 15-degree weather wearing just jeans and a hoodie. My phone was inside, my cigarettes were outside with me, but my lighter had fallen through a crack in the porch, and the nearest neighbor was 5 miles away. After 20 minutes of increasingly panicked attempts to force the door, I broke a window, climbed through, and sliced my arm in the process. By the time I bandaged myself and called my friend who was arriving the next day, the blizzard had hit full force. Roads were closed. I was stuck alone for at least 48 hours, and my cigarettes were buried under rapidly accumulating snow on the porch. The first 12 hours weren't bad. I kept telling myself I'd dig them out when the storm passed. By hour 18, my hands were shaking. By hour 24, I was pacing, unable to focus on anything. I found myself standing at the broken window, contemplating climbing back out into the blizzard just to find that pack. That's when I realized how insane my addiction had become. Hour 36 was the worst. I was sweating, nauseous, with a headache that felt like an ice pick behind my eyes. I found myself crying paired over cigarettes. I'd never hit rock bottom with anything before, but sobbing on a cabin floor because I couldn't inhale burning tobacco felt pretty damn close. But then something unexpected happened. Risal hour 50. I woke up and the physical symptoms had noticeably diminished. My head was clearer than it had been in years. I could smell the pine wood of the cabin walls. When I made coffee, it tasted more complex and rich than I remembered. By the time my friend arrived the next day, something had fundamentally shifted. The withdrawal had been so intense, so completely awful, that the thought of ever going through it again was more terrifying than the thought of never smoking again. That was 14 months ago. I haven't touched a cigarette since. The strangest part isn't that I quit, parent. It's what I discovered afterwards. Cigarettes hadn't been helping my stress like I thought. They'd been causing most of it. The constant cycle of withdrawal and relief had created a baseline anxiety I'd lived with for so long. I thought it was normal. Now I notice things: the smell of rain, the taste of food, how much easier it is to climb stairs. My girlfriend says I laugh more. My bank account is healthier by about $4,000 a year. Sometimes I still get a craving when I see someone light up outside a bar, but then I remember those hours on the cabin floor and the urge passes. That accidental cold turkey taught me something no cessation program ever could. I was stronger than I thought, and the prison I'd been living in had a door that was unlocked all along. If you are trying to quit, I won't tell you it's easy. It might be the hardest thing you ever do, but I will tell you this: on the other side of those awful days is a version of yourself you've forgotten exists, and they're worth fighting for.